All right, let's talk about something that I think pretty much everyone has experienced, but maybe doesn't quite understand. That bizarre, frustrating moment when you are absolutely furious and you start crying. It feels so backwards, right? But it's actually an amazing glimpse into the deep wiring of our brains.
I mean, really think about it. You're in the middle of a heated argument. You're trying to stand your ground, be strong, make your point, and then boom, tears. Your voice cracks, and it feels like you've lost all control. If that sounds familiar, trust me, you are in very good company.
And let's just get this out of the way right now. This is not, I repeat, not a sign of weakness. It's not a flaw in your character. What's happening is a deeply ingrained, ancient survival mechanism kicking into gear. So let's reframe what those angry tears are all about.
So first up, let's just tackle the paradox head on. Why on earth do tears, something we connect with sadness, show up when we're seeing red?
What's really happening here is that your body is hitting an emotional circuit breaker. When your system gets totally overloaded with the intense, high-voltage energy of anger, crying is basically the release valve. It's your body's way of trying to calm everything down. It's a feature, not a bug.
Okay, to really get this, we've got to meet the star of the show, the main character in this whole drama. Let's get to know your brain's ancient, super fast alarm system.
Meet the amygdala. It's this tiny almond-shaped cluster of neurons, but don't let its size fool you. It is incredibly powerful. Think of it as your brain's emotional security guard. Its entire job is to constantly scan your environment, asking one single primitive question over and over. Am I safe? And it answers that question in fractions of a second.
So when that amygdala alarm goes off, it is all hands on deck. It's like it hits a giant red panic button. The first thing it does is sideline the prefrontal cortex. That's the logical, rational CEO of your brain. It basically gets told to sit down and be quiet. Then it signals the hypothalamus, the command center, to flood your body with stress hormones like adrenaline and cortisol. It is a total emotional takeover.
And this happens so fast it's almost hard to comprehend. We're talking milliseconds. Before the thinking part of your brain even has a chance to process what's happening, your body is already primed to either fight, run away, or freeze in place. It's all about survival first, ask questions later.
Now this whole emotional coup has a name, and understanding it is key to everything. Let's break down what's actually going on when your emotions grab the steering wheel.
It's called an amygdala hijack. It's a fantastic term, right? Psychologist Daniel Goleman came up with it to describe that exact moment when your emotional brain completely seizes control from your thinking brain. It's that sudden, overwhelming feeling that often feels way out of proportion to what actually triggered it.
So how does this hijack even happen? Well, think of it like two highways for information in your brain. There's the slow path, which is the scenic route. Information goes to your cortex, your thinking brain, for careful analysis. But then there's the fast path, the super expressway that goes straight to the amygdala. In a hijack, your brain skips the scenic route and just floors it down that emotional expressway.
And what does that feel like from the inside? Well, your ability to think straight just vanishes. Ever been in a fight and totally forgotten your point? That's your working memory going offline. Your focus narrows down to a pinpoint on whatever the perceived threat is, and you're just primed to react impulsively, to yell, to run, or, to cry.
Now, here's the kicker. This whole system evolved to save us from, saber-toothed tigers. But today, in our modern world, it gets triggered by things that are not life or death. A critical comment from a boss, an argument with your partner, work pressure, or even just being stuck in traffic can be enough to make your amygdala scream threat.
So that hijack explains the overwhelming feeling, but it still doesn't fully explain why tears. This is where we get into the actual biochemistry of crying. And honestly, this part is just so cool.
So check this out. Your tears are literally a physiological release valve. And scientists have discovered that the tears you cry from emotion, anger, sadness, even joy, have a totally different chemical makeup than the tears you cry when you, say, chop an onion. They are not the same thing at all.
I mean, just look at this chemical cocktail. Your emotional tears are literally flushing stress hormones like cortisol and adrenaline right out of your system. They even contain something called leucine and enkephalin, which is an endorphin, a natural painkiller. Crying is your body's active attempt to medicate itself and calm down. And get ready for this. This is the wow fact. Research has found that emotional tears can have up to 30 times more manganese than your blood serum. Why does that matter? Because high levels of manganese in the body are linked to anxiety, irritability, and aggression. Your body is literally washing it away. So if you remember one thing, let it be this. Crying isn't a breakdown of the system. It's a feature of the system working perfectly. It's a built-in, highly effective way for your body to hit the reset button and restore its chemical balance after a huge emotional flood.
Okay, so understanding the why is huge, but the next logical question is, what can I actually do about it? So let's shift gears and talk about some practical, actionable tools you can use to manage these moments and get back in the driver's seat.
For in-the-moment first aid, there's a fantastic technique from therapy called TIP. T is for temperature. Just splashing cold water on your face triggers something called the dive reflex, and it instantly slows your heart rate. I is for intense exercise. Burn off all that nervous, jittery adrenaline. P is for paced breathing. When you breathe out longer than you breathe in, it activates the brake on your nervous system. And the last P is for progressive relaxation. Tensing and releasing your muscles tells your brain the physical threat is over. We're safe now.
And for building long-term resilience, think of it like going to the gym for your brain. Mindfulness actually strengthens the connection between your thinking brain and your emotional brain. Journaling can help you spot your personal triggers before they get you. There's also this amazing trick called name it to tame it. Just verbally saying, I am feeling overwhelmed and angry, can lessen the emotion's power. And finally, my favorite, the 6-second pause. Research shows it takes about 6 seconds for the initial rush of stress chemicals to start to fade. Just giving yourself that pause can be enough time for your rational brain to catch up.
So, as we bring this all together, let's just zoom out for a second and think about the big picture and what this means for how we live with our own emotions.
You know, the goal is never to silence your amygdala. It's impossible, and frankly, you wouldn't want to. It's your protector. The real goal is to learn how to listen to its signals, to understand what it's trying to tell you, and then choose how to respond instead of just mindlessly reacting. That right there is the absolute foundation of emotional intelligence.
So I'm going to leave you with this final thought to chew on. What if we just stopped looking at angry tears or any intense emotion as some kind of character flaw that we need to fix or suppress? What if, instead, we started seeing them for exactly what they are? A powerful biological signal from deep inside us, asking for our attention, asking for release, and most of all, just asking to be understood.